Hello my dear students, welcome back to the next important topic of the electrical materials, that is called magnetic materials. So guys, in this lecture we are going to start our discussion with the first type of magnetic materials, that is called diamagnetic materials. In last two lecture we had discussed about the conducting materials like copper, aluminium and carbon brasses. First of all, let us try to understand what is the difference between the conducting materials and magnetic materials. The conducting materials, the materials that will allow to flow of current through them, that is called conducting materials. And what about the magnetic materials? The magnetic materials, the materials that allow flow of magnetic field through them are called as magnetic materials. Okay. Generally, we have studied about the three type of magnetic materials. First one is called a diamagnetic materials. Diamagnetic materials. Second one is called a paramagnetic materials. And third one is called a ferromagnetic materials. Okay. So in this particular lecture we will discuss about the diamagnetic materials. Okay. So let us try to understand what happened in a diamagnetic materials before applying the external magnetic field and after applying the external magnetic field. So this is the before and this is called the after applying the external magnetic field. Okay, when we are not applying any magnetic field, when we are not applying any external magnetic field, that means there is no dipoles aligned through them. Dipoles means the pair of magnetic poles like north and south pole. Okay, so before applying the external magnetic field, there is no dipole aligned through them. And when we are going to applying the external magnetic field, the dipoles will align through the material. Okay, so as you can see that on your screen, the bar magnet is shown here. The bar magnet means from where the magnetic lines of force travels from north pole to south pole. That is called a bar magnet. Okay. Now let's have a look some important points about the diamagnetic materials. The first important point is that in diamagnetic materials there is no magnetism, or we can say there is no dipoles in the absence of external magnetic field. Second important point is when magnetic field is applied, dipoles are induced. Dipoles are induced and they orient in a direction opposite to external magnetic field. Okay. It means that the magnetizations and external magnetic field both are opposite to each other. Okay, here the external magnetic field and magnetization means the material's own magnetizations both are opposite, their directions are opposite to each other. Let us try to understand the term magnetizations. Magnetizations is generally represented by the capital M, and magnetization means the ability of dipoles to align when magnetic field is applied. That is called magnetizations. And mathematically, magnetization is equals to the product of the magnetic susceptibility and external magnetic field. Here capital H is represented the external magnetic field and chi M is represented the magnetic susceptibility. So let us see what do you mean by magnetic susceptibility of any magnetic material. Susceptibility means it is a measure of material to get magnetized when external magnetic field is applied. This is important point. Susceptibility means susceptibility is a measure of material to get magnetized when external magnetic field is applied. External magnetic field means that arises from an external current and is not intrinsic to the material itself. That is called external magnetic field, which is generally represented by the capital H. And in a diamagnetic material, the magnetizations and external magnetic field both are opposite to each other. Their directions are opposite to each other, and in general the magnetic susceptibility is less than 0. Okay, now let us try to understand what do you mean by the permeability of a material. Permeability of a material is related to ability of a material to allow magnetic field lines to pass through it. Generally, permeability is the product of the absolute permeability of the material, which is represented by mu naught, and relative permeability of the material, which is represented by mu r. Okay, now the value of the permeability of free space is 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7 Henry per meter, and the value of the relative permeability is 1 plus chi m, or 1 plus, or you can say that 1 plus magnetic susceptibility, which is less than 1. Overall, the permeability of the material is generally less than the absolute permeability of the material. Now next is magnetic flux density. Let us try to understand the term magnetic flux density. Magnetic flux density, here the magnetic flux density is represented by capital B. The simple definition of the magnetic flux density is the magnetic lines of force per unit area. Okay. Now here B represents the closeness of magnetic field lines to each other. Mathematically, magnetic flux density is equal to the product of the permeability and external magnetic field. Here again, overall the permeability of the material, the permeability of the diamagnetic material is generally less than the absolute permeability of the material, and the magnetic flux density of the air is generally greater than the magnetic flux density of the diamagnetic material. Okay, now as you can see that on your screen, the material, whatever the magnetic lines of force travel through the material, that all the magnetic lines of force, or you can say that all the magnetic field lines diverge away from each other. All the magnetic lines of force are diverge away from each other. Now the best example of the diamagnetic material is copper, silicon, germanium, gold, and diamond. Is that clear? So that's all about the basic knowledge of the first type of magnetic material, that is diamagnetic materials.